I will either find a way or make one."
These words, a testament to Hannibal Barca's indomitable spirit, resonate across the ages. In 218 BC, on the brink of the Second Punic War, Hannibal vowed to invade Rome, his greatest enemy.
His path?
The icy peaks of the Alps, deemed insurmountable by many.
For Hannibal, this was not just conquest, it was defiance.
At this time, Rome basked in imperial glory, while Carthage grappled with the ashes of defeat from the First Punic War, which had ended nearly 2 decades prior in 241 BC. The scars of loss still burned within Carthage, a once mighty naval power, reduced to a shadow of its former self. Hannibal emerged as a symbol of hope for his people, igniting dreams of restoration and revenge. The stage was set for a historic clash, one that would echo through the annals of time. Hannibal prepared meticulously for the crossing. He knew the Alps would not yield easily, and he gathered a diverse army composed of seasoned warriors from various regions of Carthage's dominion, including skilled cavalry from Numidia and infantry from Iberia. Beasts of burden, sturdy and resilient, accompanied them, carrying their supplies, and among them were the famed war elephants, a sight to behold, their massive forms looming against the rugged landscape. Hannibal instilled purpose and unity in his men through fervent speeches, emphasizing that this mission was a chance to reclaim their honor, to etch their names into the history books as liberators, not just conquerors. As they began the ascent, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. The air grew thin, and the biting cold pierced their armor, stinging their skin as they trudged onward, each step a significant battle against nature's wrath. The persistent treachery of the weather became an adversary equally as formidable as the Roman legions they sought to confront.
Yet, Hannibal remained steadfast, demonstrating resilience that ignited a fiery determination within his men.
They were not just soldiers, they were brothers, forged through shared hardship and adversity, united in struggle and purpose.
The journey continued amidst howling winds that whipped around them, the relentless echo of nature's fury punctuating their march.
The silence of the mountains, occasionally broken by the crunch of snow beneath their boots, felt alive with unspoken fears and hopes.
Hannibal was not merely crossing a geographical barrier, he was carving his name into the annals of history, challenging fate itself.
The icy terrain became both adversary and ally, testing their limits while simultaneously showcasing their strength. The soldiers, cloaked in layers of wool and furs, pressed forward, realizing the enormity of their undertaking, each step a testament to their resolve. As hunger gnawed at their bellies, each ration became a precious jewel, carefully rationed by Hannibal, who, despite being their leader, shared in their hardships. He took only what was necessary to ensure survival and rekindle hope, understanding that morale was as crucial as the food they consumed. The treacherous path transformed into a formidable labyrinth of ice and rock slides threatening at unexpected moments, sending boulders plummeting down the mountainside. Yet, each peril presented an opportunity for Hannibal's strategic brilliance to shine through. Snowstorms, fierce and unyielding, blanketed the terrain, making the landscape unrecognizable, enveloping them in white chaos. Many men faltered under the weight of despair, their resolve wavering in the face of nature's cruelty. But Hannibal refused to yield. He rallied his troops with words echoing against the icy cliffs, reminding them of their grand purpose and the glory that awaited them. His steady voice became a lifeline, a beacon of hope amidst the storm, galvanizing them to push through adversity. Then, a fierce blizzard descended upon their camp, the wind howling like a vengeful spirit, and soldiers gathered close, spirits plummeting with the temperature that felt like daggers against their skin. Yet, Hannibal ordered a fire, its flickering flames illuminating hope amidst the darkness and despair. They huddled together, sharing stories and singing songs of home, their voices rising above the storm, finding strength in unity and the memories of better times. Hannibal forged ahead relentlessly, helping soldiers over treacherous paths, his determination infectious. Each life lost was a fracture in their collective spirit, a reminder of the cost of ambition. His presence became a balm for their wounds, a symbol of unwavering resolve, as he moved among them like a father among his children. As they approached the summit, he devised a plan to construct ramps and sledges to haul supplies down the steep slopes, encouraging them to think creatively and work together. Each man toiled alongside their leader, showcasing ingenuity and a collective determination to overcome all odds. As they navigated the perilous terrain, one could see the toll of fatigue etched on their faces, yet the fire of their shared purpose burned brightly. The snow-crusted rocks loomed dangerously around them, casting long shadows that seemed to whisper tales of those who had failed before them. The air was thick with the scent of desperation and determination, as Hannibal knew that slipping back down the mountain was not an option. With each passing moment, his men's spirits oscillated between hope and despair, and he understood that it was his role to tilt the balance toward hope. Their hands, raw and numb from the relentless cold, gripped the ropes of their sleds with an ironclad resolve while their breaths came out in thick puffs of fog. Each step toward the summit was a confrontation with the self, a battle against the primal urge to turn back to safety.
Hannibal's voice rang out, firm and commanding, "Look to the horizon. Every step you take is a step closer to freedom."
His words pierced through the oppressive atmosphere, igniting a flicker of strength within the men, compelling them to press on. Finally, they reached the pinnacle, revealing a world filled with promise and new horizons. They stood not just as soldiers but as pioneers, having crossed what many deemed insurmountable, a feat that would echo for centuries. The summit offered a breathtaking view of the valleys below, vast and untouched, and a feeling of triumph washed over them like the warm sunlight cutting through the clouds. As they began their descent, hearts pounded with a mix of adrenaline and fear, their unity strengthened by the trials they had faced, all kindled by the spirit Hannibal had ignited within them. As Hannibal and his army descended, they entered a moment that would define their existence. The cold air stung, but their determination propelled them forward. Hannibal gathered his troops, understanding this was their defining moment, a turning point that could alter the course of history. He delivered an impassioned speech, invoking memories of loss, the undying drive for revenge, and the relentless pursuit of victory. "We are more than mere soldiers, we are the embodiment of our people's hopes and dreams. Let the world remember this day." His voice rang clear, cutting through the remnants of despair, an echo of resolve that would carry them forth into the unknown. They were dreamers, bound by blood and ambition. United in purpose, they embraced the challenges ahead, the descent becoming a leap into the unknown, a testament to their undying spirit and shared dream of liberation. This was not merely a strategic maneuver, it was a collective mission to carve their place in history, to turn the tides of fate in their favor. As they crossed into Italy, the enormity of their actions loomed larger. They had defied expectations, overcoming obstacles deemed impossible, and ignited a flame that would burn brightly for generations. The Alps had tested their limits, but they emerged not merely as an army but as a symbol of resilience and hope. The journey had transformed them, they were no longer just men but legends forging their destinies in the fires of adversity. Hannibal understood that the real battle lay ahead, but for now, they had become the embodiment of determination, having turned the impossible into their reality. In the years that followed, Hannibal's journey across the Alps would become a beacon of resilience, woven into the fabric of military strategy and human spirit. He taught the world that true leadership is about inspiring others to rise above limitations, a lesson that resonates today. His innovative tactics, like the use of war elephants in battle and the strategic deployment of troops, reshaped military doctrine, influencing generals for centuries to come. In a world rife with challenges, his legacy serves as a blueprint for modern leadership. The principles of resilience and loyalty remain cornerstones of success, vital in a time when uncertainty looms ever closer. Just as Hannibal united men into a formidable force, we too can channel our collective energies to achieve extraordinary results. Let the story of Hannibal Barca inspire us to embrace struggles, find strength in unity, and push forward against the treacherous paths we face. If we harness that spirit of resilience, we too can navigate our own Alps and emerge triumphant.